Everybody, it is Tuesday, April 11th, and this lovely lady sitting right here is Julie from Indiana Skunk Rescue. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And little Miss Princess Diana. You guys ever held a skunk before?
Well, yeah, a little while ago.
Yes.
I was taking selfies with her.
Yeah, we did a little selfie too. But she's so good, Julie.
She is very good.
She's so sweet.
Yes, she is.
Tell us all about her. I know you said she got her name because of that very reason. She is so sweet.
Yeah, she is an angel on earth. Yeah, she was one of my very first rescues with the rescue. And a lady got her when she was only 5 weeks old.
Oh my God.
By 8 weeks old, she decided she didn't want her anymore. And in that 3 weeks, unfortunately, she didn't really feed her. So she was severely malnourished. Her hair was falling out. It ended up damaging her liver. That's why I didn't adopt her out. So she's on 4 different kinds of medication 2 times a day, every day, to keep her from having seizures.
Your organization makes a distinction between wild skunks and domestic skunks. At what point does a wild skunk become a domestic skunk, or is that even possible?
Wild skunks are never allowed to become a domestic skunk.
Okay.
In order to have a skunk as a pet, they have to be domestically bred.
I see.
So from the get-go, they have to be bred by a licensed breeder, and that's how you get them. You cannot take any Indiana wildlife out of the wild and keep it as a pet. And it confuses people because every year people find, baby animals, and there is a DNR permit called, well, in order to have one, it's a wild animal possession permit. So you would automatically think, I can keep a wild animal. It's a wild animal. But no, that animal has to be domestically bred. You can't take nothing out of the wild.
And you mentioned when we started the show on Daybreak, we talked about sort of the do's and don'ts. If you do find an abandoned wildlife animal, what should we do? What should we not do?
Should leave it alone, first off, especially fawns. People steal fawns like crazy because the mothers lay them down and they leave. Bunnies only come 2 times a day to feed. You're not going to see the mom with the bunnies. Skunks have to go out and eat. Raccoons have to go eat. So unless you know the mother's dead, or the babies are screaming, or they're coming out and following you, because they will. When they get old enough and they're starving, they'll start following humans. When they do that, call a wildlife rehabilitator. It's illegal for you to raise them yourself. You have to have licenses and permits to do that. And get a hold of a rehabilitator. And please don't feed them. It is so easy to aspirate a baby. And even if you know how to do it, like if you found skunks, I feed skunks goat's milk. You give it puppy formula or cat formula, well, now we're all messed up because now I have to change its food. So they'll be fine if you don't feed them. Just, take them to a rehabilitator and keep them warm. If you got it, if you do get them and they have lost their mother, put some towels and a heating pad and keep them warm and get them to a rehabilitator.
I'm glad you mentioned keeping them warm. And I don't want to reveal too much, but Diana lives with you.
Yes.
And she sleeps under the covers in the bed. She's just
This I did not know, Julie.
Yes.
You did not tell me this. Wait, what's that like? Gosh, you have a good Princess Diana.
There's a ramp that goes up onto my bed. And I have
I need pictures of this, Julie.
I can send you some.
Diana is a spoiled.
So they go up the ramp and they walk over, stick their nose in your mouth, like on your lips, and kiss you goodnight.
There you go.
And whoop, they go underneath the covers and go to bed.
I love this.
I need a skunk.
Hey, real funny story, real quick here. We were up in Michigan at Burt Lake, and it was late at night, and it was dark, and I was walking back to our little cabin, and I thought it was a cat right by the door, and I started to walk right up to it to pet it, and it was a wild skunk.
Yes.
I almost said, whoa, and I quickly turned away, and I didn't get sprayed or anything. I came this close.
You can't do this.
No, you
can't do this. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, skunks are extremely friendly and docile. Like you said, you did not get sprayed.
I did not.
Yeah, they don't spray at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, unless you make them. Is that
fearful.
what it is? Okay,
yeah, they have to be afraid.
Feeling threatened, I guess you could say.
I told you about my dog. He used to get sprayed frequently.
Yeah, my dog did too.
That always spots.